fans. It's been a little while, but we are here for another Who Universe news to discuss the fact we have got pre-orders up now, especially for those in the States. You can now pre-order the 60th anniversary specials. It looks like the 60th anniversary specials might be releasing possibly in December of this year. So it's possible that the 60th anniversary specials are coming out a little bit later in the US. So it looks like they're pushing it to be released possibly later this year. We'll see. But yeah, it's a bit unusual why the 60th anniversary specials they've left it this late to release it in the US. But obviously you'll notice that essentially they're keeping the same cover, but the only difference is that they're going to put a Disney Plus logo on the DVD and Blu-ray release to represent that it's being broadcast from Disney Plus because of their partnership with BBC. So of course, Disney Plus icons are going to be popping up on DVD and Blu-ray releases in the US for any new Who releases going forward. So that's essentially part of the deal right there. But nevertheless, pre-orders are up for the USA release of the 60th anniversary specials, and hopefully season one pre-orders for the US will go out later this year alongside maybe this year's Christmas special. They'll start rolling out pre-orders for that in the US, probably not till early next year when us lot in the UK have got our hands on it. So that's some stuff going on with the 60th anniversary release in the US. But the good news is, however, we did obviously get a new Doctor Who magazine special recently where they're looking at the missing Doctor Who. Yes, missing episodes of Doctor Who, covered again as part of a special Doctor Who magazine that they've released this month, where they are looking back at some of the missing episodes of the story and showing telesnaps from some of those missing stories that we wish were around. But then on top of that, they're also looking at collectibles as well and having an opportunity to look at some of the Dalek collectibles that that have been in the shops at the time, as well as like looking at some of the set pieces that were made for the Space Pirates, which is really cool. They also look at some stuff regarding the moon base, and all the different like set pieces from Smugglers, Savages, and Fury from the Deep. So it's all a part of this special magazine looking at the missing stories of Doctor Who, and also looking at your most wanted lost episodes of Doctor Who that we fans really want to see return as well. That is all part of this issue. There's now available this special Doctor Who magazine that you should be able to still pick up in your newsagents or online if you fancy reading about missing stories of Doctor Who, as there's quite a bit of those in the archives missing that are still yet to be found. Now, on top of that, however, we did get some other cool Doctor Who merch that came out. The Humble Bug comic for Children in Need, pretty much released in a way for 2024. That is, they're doing a whole Humble Bug to honor children, and yes, every purchase helps children in need. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to get your hands on it for this year. But as well as that, we also got Doctor Who at the BBC, Who Are We? A new audio release from the BBC regarding Doctor Who. And this audio release is essentially an opportunity for Joe Wiley to travel through the Whoniverse and chat about Dalek Mania, Mary Winehouse, Dad's Army, Riley Scott, Cybermen and JFK assassination, and all the things that Doctor Who had to be a part of in order to get themselves noticed, well, the show to get itself noticed within the BBC. So there's a lot of history there, and also they do chat with a lot of previous Doctors: David Tennant, Jodie Whittaker, Peter Capaldi, Matt Smith, Christopher Eccleston, Billy Piper, Kylie Minogue, Patrick Troughton, which are basically some of the archive interviews that they chat to, and they also chat with Russell T Davies, Stephen Moffat, and Chris Chibnall as a way to essentially it collaborates the classic years, the modern years, and surviving Doctor Who as part of an audio CD release that you're going to be able to get your hands on for Doctor Who, and it's going to be coming out in time for the for Doctor Who's birthday, when it will be released. Well, just after Doctor Who's birthday on the 5th of December, they will be releasing this for Doctor Who fans who want to have it as a Christmas present, as an audio Doctor Who gift for Doctor Who fans this year. So there you go. That is another Doctor Who audio release coming out in time for Christmas, which is pretty nice. As well as that, we also got some Who Shop exclusive Doctor Who Titan figures that are on the way, including a snow effect TARDIS that's going to be releasing in the Who Shop later this year. Well, should be releasing in the Who Shop very soon, alongside another TARDIS, which is a Metacolic Effect TARDIS. And they're also going to have the Bi-Generation pack, which features the first appearance of Ncuti Gatwa as the 15th Doctor and David Tennant as the 14th. They're going to have a 15th Doctor figure in his promotional outfit. So you'll be able to get these new Titan figures as part of the Who Shop, other stores that are going to be selling these new Titan figures for the Christmas season this year, which is pretty nice. As well as that, there's also an art print of the 1986 annual that came out at the time with the Sixth Doctor Colin Baker. They've done a whole art paint, have a chance to remember the front cover of the 1986 Doctor Who annual that they did for Doctor Who at the time. So if you want to honor Colin Baker's Doctor from the Doctor Who annual, then you'll have a chance to do that for this year's present from Forbidden Planet, which is quite nice. And then on top of that, we also got some other cool things that have come out recently. There's also a pink TARDIS Titan figure that's also come out recently. Also, there's a unit pin bag from the Who Shop, which is pretty cool. So that's really nice. And then on top of that, other things we also got is a new Doctor Who jumper, which is a 50th Doctor jumper, looking at Joy to the World. Yes, Joy to the World, honey, clearly teasing this year's Christmas special to be referred to as Joy to the World. They've got a Christmas card and a jumper with that tagline included. So that pretty much, and interestingly, it shows the 50th Doctor with reindeer. So it sounds to me like, it definitely sounds to me like we're going to be seeing the 50th Doctor potentially. We might be seeing the 50th Doctor possibly getting maybe riding reindeers with a TARDIS, which will be very interesting. Yeah, let me know in the comment section what you make of that. Do you reckon this is a hint? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. Thought we'll put it out there just in case you in the comment section below. Yeah. Might check that out. Might be pretty cool. And then as well as that, we do have the latest Doctor Who magazine where they chat with Ncuti Gatwa, Billy Gibson, Russell T Davies following the conclusion of the season finale. Obviously, Ncuti Gatwa recently had the Madame Two Swords waxwork recently. They also chat with Jodie Whittaker, getting ready to return to Big Finish as the 13th Doctor with Mandip Gill as Yaz. And an opportunity to represent John Nathan Turner from the 80s, and lots of other interviews which you can see in the recent Doctor Who magazine, which is available now. And then we're going to get a new Doctor Who magazine in a few weeks, so you might want to catch up on that one before the new one releases. All right, so as well as that, we also got an official quiz book for Doctor Who. Yes, an official Doctor Who quiz book. There'll be 100 questions to test your Doctor Who knowledge. It's a brand new official quiz book, which is going to be very good for quiz nights. You can pick that up from Amazon from the 20th of March, unfortunately. So yeah, you're going to have to wait till March next year if you want to get this official quiz book for the new official quiz book for Doctor Who. So unfortunately, you're going to have to wait for some time to get your hands on the new one. But as well as that, we do have some more Doctor Who audios releasing with the 50th Doctor. The first of those new audios is called The Sting of the Squalt. Well, I probably butcher the pronunciation of that, but either way, a new 50th Doctor audio that will be coming later this year. In fact, it comes out on the 7th of November. So 7th of November, we've got the first of the, I think both of them are coming out, because there's also On the Ghost Beach, which is another one that's going to be dropping on the 7th of November. So we've got two new audio dramas featuring the 50th Doctor and Billy Gibson as the Doctor of Ruby, 50th Doctor and Ruby, for the end of the year for you to listen to whilst you're waiting for the new episodes to hit. And then on top of that, we also got a new adventure for Jenny, the Doctor's daughter. She's got a brand new audio up for grabs as part of Saving Time, which is a new audio for her. They've also licensed some new sonic screwdrivers, which are the 10th, 11th, and 12th Doctor figures have been licensed for Toy Unk, which is a toy brand company that's been able to license some previous sonic screwdrivers in the USA. So that's really cool. So people in the USA can now get their hands on previous Doctor Who screwdrivers to honor the previous Doctor Who sonic screwdrivers that have been a part of the show's history. I mean, obviously the new one hasn't been made available in the US yet, but at least we're getting the new one in the coming weeks from Character Options, which is going to be great. So that would be really cool to have that. And then on top of that, I mean, this might not be Doctor Who related. The guys who actually made Doctor Who, specifically the people who were at the brains of making Doctor Who, have decided to, we are now celebrating Blake Seven's very first DVD Blu-ray release. Because yes, Blake Seven, which was another show created by the people who were behind the making of Doctor Who, have decided to release the Blake Seven Season 1 Blu-ray set, where you can get all 13 episodes remastered with the original film where available. They've got loads of special features included, and it's all coming out on the 11th of November. And they do chat with some of the stars of that program. By the way, the writers were responsible. Some of the writers came from Doctor Who worked on this show. So you'll have a chance to add this to your collection if you're want to support the writers from the past who worked on this series alongside Doctor Who at the time. So yeah, Blake Seven, pretty much very somewhat similar to Doctor Who, but in a different vein. Now getting honoured on Blu-ray. Check out Blake Seven whilst you're waiting for new Doctor Who content. At least you'll have that to look forward to on the 11th of November whilst we're waiting for new Doctor Who content to release. And then we've also got another Doctor Who book that's coming, which is a Doctor Who Frankenstein book, where the ninth Doctor and Rose are dealing with, obviously, are having to come to terms with the possibility of Frankenstein coming into their lives, and that will be coming out on the 22nd of May, when you'll get to see Doctor Who's take on Frankenstein, which is going to be very interesting to see how that goes. So that'll be pretty cool. And then on top of that, we also got our first official cast photo that has been confirmed. So this is the cast photo right here, which you can see some of the cast that were announced previously. So Russell Tovey, Manva Raw, Gemma Redgrave, Alex Dolvin, but as well as that, they have also confirmed. They've also confirmed Ruther Manley, who's returning as Shirley Ann Biggins from the 60th anniversary, and Colin McFlarren is returning, reprising his General Austin Priest from Torchwood Children of Earth. So yes, this soldier will be making his return to the Whodiverse to take part in this new spin-off, which is really cool. So that's another two new cast members who will be taking on Russell T Davies and Pete McTighe's brand new spin-off, The War Between the Land. It's going to be very interesting, The War Between the Land and the Sea. I feel like we're going to be in for a treat, so cannot wait to see this spin-off come together. I think it might work out very nicely. So there you go. So that is the first look at, at least a little glimpse at what's going on. As well as that, we might as well mention David Tennant's Rivals. We finally have a date for when the David Tennant series starts, and yes, this is the poster of David Tennant's new show, Rivals, on Disney Plus. It's going to start landing on Disney Plus from the 18th of October. You'll be able to start seeing episodes from David Tennant's new show on Disney Plus, where you're going to be able to see him as a producer of a TV show, which is going to be quite nice. So yeah, Rivals arrives on Disney Plus 18th of October in the UK and across the world, if you want to see David Tennant's brand new show on Disney Plus, following him leaving obviously moving on from Doctor Who, of course. So nice to see that David Tennant is back doing some new projects in 2024 following his his brief return to Doctor Who last year for the 60th anniversary. That is all the Doctor Who news at this time, I think. I mean, I don't think there's really much else to discuss Doctor Who wise. I think we've most of the Doctor Who news at this time because, I mean, Doctor Who's currently off the air right now because we're still waiting to find out more details about this year's Christmas special, which even though some articles are saying season 3 is uncertain, Shooting At was going wildly, and that Disney Plus are praising the series so far. So we'll see how things develop over the coming weeks, whether we're gonna get a series or not. And oh yeah, we might as well not forget to mention that Catherine Tate is going to be presenting the Doctor Who prom. Yeah, you may have heard recently that Catherine Tate has been given the go-ahead to host the Doctor Who proms when it airs very soon. So yes, soon Catherine Tate is going to be responsible for presenting the Doctor Who proms when it goes to the Royal Albert Hall. While the TV version will be rolling out on BBC Two and BBC iPlayer later this autumn. So be sure to stay tuned this autumn when BBC Two, BBC One Wales likely to be broadcasting the Doctor Who proms for 2024, as Catherine Tate will be in charge for the evening from tomorrow night, which is going to be nice. So yeah, how cool is that? Catherine Tate is going to be in charge of the brand new Doctor Who proms that's going on for 2020. Cool is that? So yeah, she's going to be in charge of the whole eve, which is going to be quite nice. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to seeing what happens to Who celebrates its very first proms in a very long. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you all very, very soon for some more Doctor Who news. So see you then.